Welcome to video 4 of the BCN Route Planner walkthrough. In this video, we'll be going through the buttons in the Route Planner header. On the top left, you'll see there's a calendar with two arrows pointing left and right, which allows you to move a day backwards and a day forwards. When you click in between the two buttons, the calendar will appear, which allows you to move months and years backwards and forwards. And if you press the circle in the middle, it brings you back to the current month. Next to this is items out and items in. This allows you to see a list of all items that are being delivered and collected on that day. Next we have the save button, which whenever the button is green, it'll mean that something's changed and it needs to be pressed to save. If you hover over it, you'll see the list of changes that need to be saved. As we mentioned in video 3, if you've previously set up a job with a driver elsewhere in your website, you may find the pre-assigned jobs button on your header, which, when clicked, you'll be able to select whether you want to keep the pre-assigned jobs. Next, we have the vehicle management button, which is where you're able to assign a driver to a vehicle, and it's also where you can edit or add any additional vehicles. The amount of vehicles you have access to correlates with which BCN package you bought. 3 for megapacks, which are only available in certain countries, and 5 for premium. When adding a new vehicle, they contain the same details as when we added a vehicle the first time in video 3. Next to the vehicle management, we have the driver management, which is where you can add a new driver from within Route Planner. This is similar to the driver management page, which we went over in video 1, except you can't see any unverified drivers here. You're also able to see the activity status for each driver on the right of the title, whether they're active or inactive, and when you click on them, you can see the driver's name, email, and the 2 extra fields, the payment rate type and the payment rate. The payment rate type allows you to select whether you want flat or per hour, and the payment rate allows you to put in the amount that the driver will get paid. Then underneath, we have a toggle which allows you to change the activity state of the driver from active to inactive. And then finally underneath, the Save Changes button. Next to the driver management button, we have the notifications. If the bell is red and you'd like to receive notifications, go to the top left of the web browser, where you'll see a padlock, and you'll need to select to allow notifications. An example of notifications that would appear here are when the driver starts their job, when they arrive, and any pictures that they take related to the job. If you're viewing the notifications on the same day that the job takes place, you'll see a Show More button next to the notification, which, when pressed, will open up the job details page, which we'll be going over in more detail at a later date. At the very bottom of the notifications, you'll see 3 buttons. One, where you can mark the notifications as read. Another, where you can delete all notifications, allowing you to clear the list. And then finally, the Close button. Next to that, we have the Feedback button, where you can send any feature requests or bug reports. If you're sending over a bug report, it's vital that you send over the Route Planner version number, which can be found at the very bottom of the page and is the first option on the left in the footer. This is to help when trying to replicate the issue. Moving on from the Feedback button, we have the Help Guides, which when clicked, takes you to the Route Planner Help Guides. If you close out of the Help Guide, there's one final button on the top, which is the main settings, which we'll be going over in the next video.